The time will never be perfect. Start now. You're waiting for the right moment, the stars to align, the finances to be perfect, the circumstances to be ideal. But here's the truth. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Waiting for it is a trap. It's a story we tell ourselves to stay comfortable, to avoid risk, to avoid responsibility. Every successful person you admire, they didn't wait for perfect. They started when they had enough courage to take the first step. And that's exactly what you can do today. You're waiting. I can see it. You're waiting for the perfect moment. You're waiting for everything to line up just right, for the planets to align, for the conditions to finally make sense. You're waiting for the day when fear won't exist, when doubt won't whisper, when everything feels safe. But here's the truth that nobody tells you. That day will never come. The perfect moment doesn't exist. And if you keep waiting, you'll wake up 5, 10, 20 years from now, wondering why your life hasn't changed. Waiting is easy. Action is hard, but action is also the only way you move forward. Imperfection is the gateway to progress. Perfection is a lie. We tell ourselves to stay comfortable. We convince ourselves that we need all the answers before we start, that we need a perfect plan, perfect resources, perfect timing. But life doesn't work like that. Life moves forward, not when everything is ready, but when you are willing to take the first step. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before she became one of the most successful authors of all time, she was a single mother living on welfare, facing rejection after rejection. She didn't wait for perfect conditions. She wrote in cafes while her daughter slept. She wrote on scraps of paper. Her story was messy, imperfect, full of doubt and fear, but she started anyway. And because she embraced imperfection, she gave herself a chance to succeed. That's the first lesson. You don't need perfect to begin. You just need to begin. Starting imperfectly is not failure. It's learning. It's growth. Every step you take teaches you something you can't learn in a classroom or from a plan. Momentum doesn't wait for perfection. It waits for movement. Momentum starts small, but it grows fast when you act. Look at Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She didn't have investors, a business plan, or the perfect knowledge to start her company. She had a single idea. She started small, testing products in her apartment, making prototypes, learning from every mistake. She failed hundreds of times, but each failure taught her something new. And today, she's one of the most successful, self-made entrepreneurs in the world. Her momentum began the moment she took imperfect action. And your momentum can start the same way, right now. With one step, one call, one decision, one action. The only requirement is that you start. The truth is, comfort kills potential. Waiting for perfect is just a form of hiding. It's staying in a place where nothing is challenged, where nothing is uncomfortable, where nothing is at risk. And while you're hiding, life is passing you by. The world rewards courage, not comfort. Elon Musk didn't wait for perfect timing to start SpaceX. He risked everything, invested his life savings, faced repeated failures, and still pushed forward. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's taking action despite fear. Every time you act despite discomfort, doubt, or uncertainty, you step closer to your dreams. Every time you embrace imperfection and move forward anyway, you create progress. And every small act of courage compounds into a life that once seemed impossible. Think about your own life for a moment. How many dreams have you set aside because they weren't perfect? How many ideas have you tucked away because the timing wasn't right? How many chances have you let pass because you thought you weren't ready? Every one of those moments is a reminder that waiting for perfect is a trap. Imperfection is not the enemy, it is the doorway. The first step, the first attempt, the first action, imperfect, messy, scary, is the key that opens it. And here's the most powerful part. Once you start, you'll realize something incredible. You will learn, you will grow, you will adapt. And suddenly, what felt impossible becomes possible. You will find solutions you didn't know existed. You will discover strengths you didn't believe you had. You will build momentum that carries you further than you ever imagined. Every single person who has ever achieved something great started imperfectly. They didn't wait, they acted. And because they acted, they learned. Because they learned, they grew. And because they grew, they succeeded. So today, stop waiting. Stop telling yourself that the moment isn't right. Stop convincing yourself that you need to be ready. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Imperfection is not a barrier. It's your bridge. Start now. Start imperfectly. Take one step. Take one action. Learn from it. Adjust. Keep moving. The courage to start despite fear, doubt, and uncertainty is the only thing standing between you and the life you want. Imperfection is your gateway, and the moment you embrace it, everything changes. You've been waiting for the perfect moment. You've been waiting for the right conditions, the right clarity, the right amount of time, the right amount of energy. You think that if you could just plan it all out perfectly, success would come to you like magic. But here's the truth. Momentum doesn't wait for perfect. It starts with one small action, one step that might feel insignificant in the moment, and it grows faster than you ever imagined. The question is, are you willing to take that first step? Momentum starts small, but that's exactly what makes it so powerful. It doesn't require a grand plan or a massive breakthrough. It doesn't need every detail to be in place. What it needs is movement. Look at Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. She didn't have investors. She didn't have a huge marketing team. She didn't have the perfect product. She had an idea and she started testing. She started making prototypes in her apartment, experimenting, failing, learning, and adjusting. Each small step built momentum. Each small action created energy. And over time, that momentum transformed her life. What began as a tiny, imperfect action became a multi-billion-dollar company. The same principle applies to every area of life. Maybe you want to start exercising or writing a book, learning a skill, or launching a business. The first step doesn't have to be huge. The first step just has to exist. A single phone call, a single page written, a single workout, a single conversation. These small steps are the beginning of momentum. And once momentum starts, it compounds. Small wins create confidence. Confidence fuels action. Action fuels progress. And before you know it, what once felt impossible is now inevitable. Momentum also grows when you embrace consistency, even when it feels uncomfortable. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb in one day. He failed thousands of times, trying different filaments, different designs, different approaches. Each attempt built knowledge, skill, and momentum. He didn't stop when the work was hard or when results didn't come immediately. He kept moving, one small experiment at a time, and eventually that momentum led to one of the most significant inventions in history. Momentum rewards persistence even when the world doubts you. The danger of waiting for perfect is that it destroys momentum before it even begins. You convince yourself you're not ready. You convince yourself you don't have enough time, enough skill, enough resources. But momentum doesn't wait for perfection. It waits for action. Every day you delay is a day you lose energy, progress, and opportunity. Every day you hesitate is a day that your potential sits idle while someone else takes their first small step and begins to build theirs. And here's the most exciting part. Once momentum begins, it grows faster than you think. One small success leads to another. One decision leads to the next. One action creates new opportunities, new ideas, new confidence. Momentum feeds itself. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill. At first, it feels heavy, slow, and difficult, but as you keep pushing, it starts rolling faster, gaining power until it's unstoppable. Your life works the same way. The first small action may feel tiny, but it sets a chain reaction in motion that can completely transform your world. So don't wait for the perfect plan. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Start small. Take one imperfect step. Make one phone call. Write one paragraph. Run 1 mile. Do one thing today that moves you closer to your goal. Momentum doesn't wait for permission. Momentum doesn't wait for clarity. Momentum only waits for action. And the moment you start, the moment you take that first step, the rest will follow. Small steps lead to small wins. Small wins lead to bigger wins. And before you know it, your life will be moving faster than you ever imagined. The secret to progress is simple. Start, move, keep moving. Momentum starts small, but it grows fast. And when you take that first step today, your future will start moving too. You've been sitting in the same spot for a long time. You've been waiting for the right moment, the safe path, the comfortable option. You tell yourself it's smarter to wait, to be careful, to avoid risk. But here's the truth that nobody tells you. Life doesn't reward comfort. Life rewards courage. The people you admire, the people who have made a mark, didn't wait for safety. They acted despite fear. They chose courage when comfort whispered, stay here. Your fine courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward even when fear is screaming at you to stop. It's taking the first step when all you can see are obstacles. It's saying yes when everyone else says no. It's deciding that your dreams are worth the risk, even if the path is uncertain. Think about the entrepreneurs who changed the world. Elon Musk didn't wait for perfect timing to start SpaceX. He risked everything he had, faced repeated failures, and kept going. Every time he chose courage over comfort, he moved closer to something that once felt impossible. The same principle applies in everyday life. Maybe you want to leave a job that drains you, start a business, have a difficult conversation, or chase a dream that feels out of reach. Stay. Being comfortable feels safe, but it's a trap. Comfort keeps you in the same place, watching opportunities pass by while you tell yourself, I'll do it later. Courage demands action now. It's messy, uncertain, and scary, but is also the only way to grow, to move forward, to create the life you want. Courage also inspires momentum. Every courageous step you take fuels your confidence and your energy. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you expand what you believe is possible. Take Malala Yousafzai, for example. She risked her life to speak up for education. She didn't wait for safety, for permission, or for approval. She chose courage, and because she did, millions of people were inspired. A global movement grew, and her impact became unstoppable. Courage is contagious. It spreads, it amplifies, it changes everything around it. Fear will never disappear, and comfort will always try to hold you back. The difference between where you are now and where you could be is your willingness to act despite fear. Courage doesn't mean you're fearless. It means you refuse to let fear decide your life. It means you take responsibility for your own growth, your own happiness, your own purpose. So today, make a choice. Choose courage. Choose the uncomfortable path that leads to growth. Take that step, make that call, start that project, have that conversation. Life will not reward you for staying safe. It will reward you for stepping forward. It will reward you for acting even when you're scared, uncertain, or unsure. Every time you choose courage over comfort, you move closer to your dreams, to your purpose, to the life you've been waiting for. The truth is simple. Comfort keeps you the same, but courage changes everything. So now, the choice is yours. Will you stay in comfort, waiting for the perfect moment that will never come? Or will you choose courage, take that first step, and start moving toward the life you've been dreaming of? Every great journey begins with a single act of bravery. Every breakthrough starts when you refuse to let fear hold you back. Remember this, life rewards courage, not comfort. The path will be uncertain, it will be messy, and it will challenge you. But on the other side of that courage is growth, opportunity, and the life you were meant to live. So take that step today. Start now. Be brave. Your future is waiting for you, and it begins the moment you decide to act.